Final by a mile. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, 1991. Talk about final by a mile. You know, you want this to be over with. Finally, they come out with the final Freddy back in 91, and you're like, okay, let's get it over with. It is comedy. It is it is fun. I'm laughing at how cheesy this shit got. It's the final by a mile because you want it to be over. Finally get that Freddy, The Final Nightmare, and it's just a laughing stock all the way through this film. Gotta give it to Freddy though. Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, 1993. Here is a final by a mile. You want it to be over by this film. Even the makers of this movie, Jason Goes to Hell, want it to be over. They don't even give you Jason anymore. Nothing to do with Jason. You only see Jason once or twice. It's a cool Jason, but you want it to finally be over by a mile. You want this shit done. The series is dead. They blow up Jason. They blow up the whole damn thing. Friday the 13th franchise. And yeah, it's basically the final Friday, and that is it for Jason. I'm glad too. Resident Evil, The Final Chapter, 2016. Yeah, Resident Evil has finally come to an end. This is another laughing stock as it got on and on and on and on. They just, you know, obviously just want the money just by using the Resident Evil name here. And you've seen enough of Mila, but jumping over buildings, killing shit, doing the Matrix slow-mo. There's no different action, no mix-up. It's finally over by a mile. You want it to be done, and it is done. And they finished the movie with the final chapter. Thank goodness. Saw 3D, The Final Chapter, 2010. Now they call this the final chapter in the Saw series. Of course it won't be. It will not. It's still kind of alive for sure. Still has a pulse. Jigsaw still making up those puzzles for kills. But this one, you're finally happy it's over. You've seen enough Saw. You've seen enough Contraptment. You've seen enough Jigsaw. You heard it all. The connections and the stories. Oh, this one's in on it. That one's in on it. Let's get it over with. The final 3D concept too, trying to throw in there to just give you a little for sticking around. But fuck that. The final chapter, you want out. Final by a mile. Final Destination 5, 2011. Gotta go with that. Final Destination. It's a final by a mile here. I believe it's going to be the last installment, the fifth and final one here until whenever. But this is the real last one here. And, you know, they're just giving you the same old rehash story, the same plot lines, the same boring characters. Nobody, you know, fresh faces that you don't care about, no one you recognize, and you got to move along with this. Final by a mile. Damn right. It's the final destinations by a mile. See ya, sayonara to the destination. Final by a mile.